Hello everyone, my name is Akai Fox and this is another art video. In today's video I am working on our newest sticker of the month, which in a lot of talks with my community we decided on doing something that's a little more back to school. Now, I don't know about all of you, but not only has back to school crept up faster than normal, but also I feel like it's earlier than normal. I guess I'm a bit on the more old school. When I think back to school, I think September, or at the very least the end of August, where I know a lot of people that are going back to school right in the middle and the beginning of August, and that's not what I remember. Maybe I'm wrong, but for the area I'm in, it always used to be that you went back to school at the start of September. So I personally am not super thrilled. I know that there is a school district very close to my own home, and there's something about having the school kids get out all at the same time that makes going anywhere from my house at a specific time of day really frustrating, and unfortunately it coincides most often with my lunch break. So if I want to run errands, it's a lot. Now, I don't have kids myself, and that's by choice, but for myself it's always very frustrating to deal more with the parents than the kids themselves, and especially with school pickup and things of that nature. So I, for one, am not super thrilled that school is starting. Maybe some of you out there are very excited to have your kids start school and to not be at home all the time. But for myself, it's not one that I'm necessarily looking forward to. So I figured that our sticker of the month may be something a little bit more geared towards some of those feelings of the daunting amount of schoolwork and study time and things that come along with actually going back to school. Now, I think also a little bit more on the old school side of things. I realized as many of the things that I drew for this back to school picture may not even be included when you go back to school. Many children these days and age are not taught how to read an analog clock because there's digital clocks. Many kids don't necessarily have traditional school books as much because they have electronic, iPads or things of that nature. And then who gives their teachers apples these days? I feel like that also might be a risk to the teacher. And so realistically, the only thing out of all of this that I felt that maybe kids still use is the ruler. And it just got me thinking about how times have changed in the years, and I'm sure every generation goes through this where they look back on when they were in school and compare it to school kids these days. And I'm sure even for my generation, my parents, I'm sure, looked back and thought, oh, they're doing this really strange or really weird. But it's just interesting to me that as technology and things advance, kids wow, here we are, kids these days. But many children don't know how to write a check. They don't know how to write cursive. As a matter of fact, I remember one time being on location with my job, and one of the ladies wrote some instructions on a whiteboard in cursive, and someone came up and said, "What language is that?" And that was just very startling to me, and it made me realize that these days, many people may not know how to do more cursive beyond just maybe their own name, signing their name. So it's an interesting thing, and I'm sure many people out there who might listen or watch some of this may agree, and some people may also agree that the reason they're not taught this anymore is because it's not as relevant. But it's some of those lost arts that is a little saddening sometimes to think about. all the same, thank you all guys so much for watching and for helping to support the channel. It's hard to believe that we are more than 6 months into doing the sticker of the month, and something that I've just dreamed of being able to have on this channel. So thank you all for watching. If you'd like to see more, don't forget to subscribe or check out my streams on Twitch, mostly on Fridays for art, and you all have a fantastic weekend.